Welcome to the Imagine That YouTube channel. This question comes from literally everyone who's ever stared at a globe for too long. What would happen if the Earth stopped spinning for 1 second? The short answer is, you would not enjoy it. The longer answer is that neither would the rest of the planet, the oceans, the atmosphere, or pretty much anything else with mass. To begin with, the Earth spins at about 1,670 kilometers per hour at the equator. That's roughly the cruising speed of a supersonic jet. If you suddenly stop the planet's rotation, everything that isn't nailed down, and a lot that is, would keep moving at that speed. This includes people, cars, buildings, oceans, and the occasional confused squirrel. Imagine slamming on the brakes in a car, except the car is the entire planet and you're not wearing a seatbelt. The surface would instantly turn into a blender made of dirt, water, and whatever unlucky life forms happen to be on it. The oceans, which have been minding their own business, would suddenly find themselves lurching forward in massive, supersonic tsunamis. Entire coastlines would be erased in seconds. Inland areas wouldn't be much luckier. Walls of water hundreds of meters high would tear across continents, taking skyscrapers, forests, and pizza delivery scooters with them. The atmosphere would keep spinning too, creating winds faster than any hurricane ever recorded. If you're thinking you could just hold on to something, think again. The force would turn most objects into high-velocity projectiles. That nice oak tree in your backyard? Now it's a missile traveling at Mach 1. Your neighbor's garden gnome? Also a missile. If you happen to be outside, you'd have roughly 0.0006 seconds to regret your life choices before being launched into whatever was in front of you. And then there's the heat. Friction from all that moving air and water slamming into suddenly stationary ground would generate enormous amounts of energy. Entire regions could ignite as forests, grasslands, and anything flammable turned into an impromptu global barbecue. On the plus side, you wouldn't have to worry about cooking dinner. On the minus side, you wouldn't have a house or a planet worth living on. Now you might be wondering, what about the other side of the Earth? Well, those folks wouldn't get the ocean tsunami first, they'd get the atmosphere tsunami. Imagine a shockwave of air so fast it could strip paint off buildings before the buildings themselves were torn apart. After the 1 second was over and the Earth started spinning again, assuming it somehow did, the chaos wouldn't just stop. The oceans wouldn't politely return to their basins. The atmosphere wouldn't just settle down, and the molten core would probably be very annoyed. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and possibly entire tectonic plates deciding to go on vacation would follow. So who would survive? In theory, if you were at the exact poles, you might have a chance. That's because the rotational speed there is effectively zero. But before you book your flight to Antarctica, remember that getting there involves crossing the zones that will soon be a mix of airborne debris, ocean walls, and hyperhurricanes. Oh, and the penguins won't be happy to see you. To sum it up, stopping the Earth's rotation for just 1 second would turn the entire surface into a giant, high-speed disaster simulator. The aftermath would make post-apocalyptic movies look like lighthearted comedies. And while all of this is purely hypothetical, there's one thing you can be sure of. If you're ever invited to test this scenario, you should politely decline. Thank you for watching, and if you like the video, please subscribe on our channel. See you on next video.